Popping up in my temple, it's cold. I'm out here trembling with blocks stuffed in my temples. But look, hey, I got rich serving that hard Yoda. Ain't working money, got boring, I wanna start over. Say, hey, somebody serve me an 8-ball. Give me a year, I'll be right back here. It's Weezy. Yeah, trap shit. Certified trap shit. And all this what folk got on half a lot is off the fucking top. Off the fucking top. My bitch, she got a BBL, partner got his CDLs. No, I just wanna scale. Fuck your bitch, I'm pulling on a ponytail. Then we got the rat, the hoe get flew out. Drop a bag on her, make that hoe come full of flu out. And we can fight a shootout. Fuck nigga, what you about? Trap niggas in the building, bro, nigga move out. Hey, how the fuck you feel? Just bitches in the two-door. And I ain't talking music when I say we got them blue notes. 1,000 as a cheap kill, running up a meat meal. Tryna fuck with my brother like running up a steep hill. Trap legend, bitch, I keep them keys like a locksmith. Bitch, I'm popping rubber band, hope on pop bill. Niggas going jumping jack, watch doing pop wheel. Drop a band on the nigga head before we drop tips. Bitches say I'm chargers cause I still play with Hot Wheel. Praying for $1 million, hoping that's in God's will. Pull up in a black coupe, air nigga out like a new Nike tracksuit. When I up this tube, and I move like a tattoo. Playing with that chick, I'm on your top like a hat. Meet me in the back room. My bitch, she got a BBL, partner got a CDL. No, I just wanna scale. Fuck your bitch, I'm pulling on a ponytail. Then we got the rat, the hoe get flew out. Drop a bag on her, make that hoe come full of flu out. And we can fight a shootout. Fuck nigga, what you about? Trap niggas in the building, bro, nigga move out. Hey, how the fuck you fit? 5 bitches in the two-door. And I ain't talking music when I say we got them blue notes. Hey, tell my nigga Greasy, baby, Mr. Me threesome. But it supposed to been a foursome. But my nigga still joking. I ain't stunned that pussy nigga. Why the fuck he still posting? And my money getting taller. How the fuck he still growing? Hold on, Jack in the beans.
What's going on? What's going on, people? So tonight, we got something very special for y'all. We got one of the hottest rappers in the city. Now, he did this for me because this is my cousin, and I'm very, very proud of him. I was telling him about my podcast, and he said, "Let's get it." So we here. So for all of y'all that don't know, we got Northside Weezy in the building.
What's tracking? What's going on? What's tracking out there, world? What's popping? Yeah, what's cracking? You feel me? I'm definitely in the building with Big Cuz, you hear me?
Man, look here, man. This thing been long away. And you back, baby.
Most definitely.
You back.
Most definitely.
First show was at the Lux.
Facts.
Tore it up.
Facts.
Tore it up.
Facts.
I didn't hear about it. I was on the stage.
Facts.
I saw it for myself.
Facts.
So, cuz, what I want you to do, man, tell me what was going through your mind your first show back.
What was going through my mind, to be honest, cuz, like, I can imagine it compared to, like, when Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or LeBron played them championship games. Like, to the fans or to the spectators, like, damn, it's a big stage. But once they put their ball in their hand, it's like it come natural. So it's like, you know, when I first got there, I seen the crowd, I was like, oh yeah, it's blowed in here. You feel me? But once I got that mic, even when I'm just sitting on the stage finna perform, I'm going through the emotions, I'm going through the anxiety, I'm going through the nervousness, I'm going through the anxiousness, but at the same time, once that mic get put in my hand, that mic weigh a ton and I can lift it. So once I put that mic in my hand, it just came completely unnatural. But it was a blessing, and it felt so good because that's something I set for 5 years and dreamed about it in the shower. I used to, like, man, that's just something I used to walk the track and think about, go to sleep, think about in the shower. It used to be on my mind. So it's like, man, it was a blessing, man. You feel me? So it just felt, it felt great, man. You feel me? Basically, it felt great, man.
Man, when I got there, I saw 100 people on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man. When I actually got on the stage,
mm-hmm.
and I looked out into the crowd,
mm-hmm.
I was like, man, this boy, he got it.
Most definitely.
I said, little cuz done grew up on me.
Most definitely.
From me cutting your hair when you was a little boy.
On 4th Avenue.
On 4th Avenue, down by Green Acres.
Right.
Matter of fact, shout out to Green Acres, one of our official sponsors.
Big shout out to Green Acres. I just ate that yesterday.
Shout out to Yo Chef, another sponsor.
Sheep, you know, yeah, rest in peace Sterling.
And shout out, rest in peace Sterling. Most deaf. Shout out to Attorney Ronnie Rice, another one of our sponsors.
Most definitely.
Thank you guys for all your help.
Most definitely.
So, my next question is, because I gotta ask this, and I gotta tell you this. You know, you were a little boy, coming to the barbershop, always real cool, quiet. But when I looked around, I started hearing his name, Weezy, Northside Weezy.
Yeah.
Northside Weezy. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know him.
Yeah, facts.
And when I saw, I said, man, that's my cousin.
Most definitely.
Because I hadn't seen you in so long.
Most definitely.
And when I heard your music, I was stuck. I was like, whoa. So when I started going through all your music and started looking at everything, I said, wait a minute. Hold up. That voice, the voice, man, is just crazy. Now, you've done, you know, you've been featured, or they featured with you.
Facts.
Not in order, Merc Camp.
Facts.
Yavo.
Facts.
Black Montana.
Facts.
Lil Bam.
Facts.
Bam Bam.
Facts.
And who are some other features? I know Juvenile.
As far as features in city, features, all those guys you just named, Lil Soldier,
Okay.
E5, King Soldier. Before that, man, listen, I'm gonna put it like this. There's not a rapper in the city of Birmingham who take their craft serious who I haven't done a feature with. I'm gonna put it like that. Like, if you listen to my music, I say about when I say I mess with all the local trappers. I say I shot with all the local trappers, mess with all the local rappers. That's a fact. Like, I really, you know, I'm the type of guy, man, I don't play that tough role. I don't try to, you feel me? And if I feel like you're serious about your craft, whether it's money involved or it's not, if I feel like you're serious about your craft, then I'm a rock with you. Cause like when I got out, well, let me go back. When I was in prison, I was hearing about the Lil Bams, the Lil Soldiers, the TLE Cincos, the Big Yavos. These guys doing their thing. I'm talking about these guys righteous, took it to a level that I haven't yet had took it to at that time. So when I get out and I reached out to these young guys, they pulled straight up on me, free of charge. They didn't charge me for no feature, none of that. So like I said, the money involved, and I used to do the same thing to guys. So I feel like true to their craft, like money don't even have to be involved. So they just pulled up on them, you know. I don't know if it was on some respect type time or some big bro type time or just on the love. Like, hey, bro, it's my gift to you to welcome home, because they definitely could have charged me, and I definitely would have paid it, but they definitely showed me love, and I appreciate them. That. So shout out Bam, shout out Yavo, shout out Lil Soldier. They definitely came through for the free off the muscle. You feel me? As soon as I came home, but there's not a rapper in Birmingham who took their craft serious or who's taking their craft serious that I haven't worked with. And if I was outside the city, I did on songs with Junior Boss and them from Montgomery, the whole, and shout out to the Gump. Rest in peace, my guy Dope B. I did one with Bankroll Fresh. Rest in peace, Bankroll Fresh. You feel me? I did one with Jew, and it's a host of other people I probably can't remember right now. But you did a song with my nephew. Facts.
A Key.
Facts.
Up and coming artist.
And shout out Black Hill.
Black Hill, ENT.
Facts.
You see the shirt, Black Hill, ENT. That's right. That's right.
Big facts.
Yeah. So man, what's some of the upcoming project that you got going on?
Man, listen. When I came home from out that place, man, my mind was go in the studio and do as many songs as you can. So, my first time I went in, shout out C Money LaFleur. He was the first guy to get me in the studio when I came home. Shout out C Money LaFleur, and I was still in the hell how I wasn't supposed to be in the studio. That's another story. Shout out C Money LaFleur. First time I went to the studio, I did a song with C Money LaFleur, and just to hear myself back on the recording felt so good. So from there, I started going to the studio on my own, and that's when we did the songs with Bam and Yavo and all those guys. So my thing was, okay, if I go in here today, I did 4. Next time I come, I gotta do 5. Next time I come, I gotta do 7. So it have been days where, and my people can vouch for me, it have been days I did 11 songs, 12 songs in a 4-hour session. Like, you feel me? I'm pushing them out. So right now, my formula is just keep dropping visuals. Just keep going, and just keep dropping visuals, building up the anticipation, just building up. I still got my old fans, of course, and I'm very thankful for that, and I'm blessed. But just keep dropping where I can build a new fan base on top of my old fan base where it can go. You feel me? So you know, like my plan is really like just keep going, like just keep putting out content. My thing is to be the hardest working man. Can't nobody outwork me. So that's my thing. Like outwork everybody. You feel me? So that's my formula. That's my up and coming project, to be the hardest working man out there. Like drop 2-3 videos every 2 weeks. I'm trying to put out 4 videos. You feel me? Every 2 weeks I need 4 videos on YouTube. Whether one gets 600 views, whether one gets 600,000 views, it don't matter. Just put out that content. So that's basically my formula right now. Just putting out content, and I got some good people backing me. You feel me? My fam, you feel me? So you know, we just working, man. Like basically.
So this weekend you shot what, 2 videos?
This weekend? No, I shot 4 videos.
4?
This weekend.
Because you shot 2 Saturday and 2 yesterday.
No, I shot 1 Friday, 2
Saturday.
Saturday, 1 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. And I'm doing this today. And I got a show tomorrow.
And you got a show tomorrow, and then you got another show coming up.
And I got a studio session Wednesday. And I probably another video Thursday. Then I got 2 shows Friday. I ain't got nothing Saturday, so I'm gonna make some work. Then I got another show Sunday with Juvenile at the car show.
Where's the show tomorrow?
On the show tomorrow at the Platinum Birmingham.
And the show Friday.
I got one at Carlos and one at Aces on the Parkway.
Okay, what about, do you have Birmingham Entertainment coming up?
I got Birmingham Entertainment on November 6th.
November 6th, okay.
November 6th.
So shout out to all those dates.
Yeah, and then before that, on November 5th, I got Club Vikings for my homegirl, her birthday party.
Okay.
Man, we working. Then November 27th, we got the 3-headed goat. Shout out to my guy them, Lil Case and them.
Okay.
The 3-headed goat show on me, Lil Bam, Lil Soldier.
Okay.
That's on. That's November 25th. That's for the Thanksgiving bash, So I'm just working,
For that up and coming artist, what would you tell an up and coming artist, like a young man, who's starting out young like you started out?
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell a young man that's starting out?
It depends what kind of young man I'm talking to. If I'm talking to a young man who comes from the walks of life that I came from, I would tell him that all that BS that we was taught, all the BS that we think cool, man, put that to the side. Don't even put it to the side. Put it in the box and throw it in the ocean, because it ain't worth nothing. Once you make that wrong mistake, like I made a mistake and it hindered me. It ain't no telling where I be at in life and when it happened, but I'm back. So I ain't mad at it. But we can sometimes make mistakes that ain't no coming back from. So I would tell him, if you got a talent and you got a gift, man, listen, man. All that foolishness, all that peer pressure, all that blase, man, put that in the box and throw it to the side, man, because anybody who's for you is for you. So if your friends mad at you because you're doing this and not that, then they ain't your friends anyway. So I would tell them just perfect their craft and focus on that. And that's whether you're a rapper, football player, basketball player, or a journalist, or you can draw art, whatever, man. Put all that BS to the side and boom, and focus on your craft. Now, if I'm talking to a guy who don't come from the walks of life that I come from, man, do not look at the life that I come from and take it as like, I want to do that, I want to be that type of guy. Don't perpetrate, because the J. Coles, the Drakes, the Kendrick Lamars, those type of guys, they not perpetrate to be something that they ain't. And they the top dogs, and they the richest guys in the game. They on top, so ain't nothing wrong with a high school diploma, ain't nothing wrong with a college degree, ain't nothing wrong with a book bag, ain't nothing wrong with, you feel me? Like, ain't nothing wrong with being what they may call quote unquote a square, you feel me? But well, it is a square, but anyways, ain't nothing wrong with being a positive person. So I tell them to don't worry about trying to fit in and try to rap about what you think probably be you, because that works more than trying to be something you're not. So that's what I tell the young guy.
Man, that's very good, man. I mean, a lot of young men need to hear that. Because what they don't understand is, and I met a few guys, and I met Ice Cube and a couple other guys, and Rick Ross. What they don't understand is, number one, you can't press reset.
Facts.
Once you pull that trigger.
Facts.
It's not Call of Duty.
Facts. Big facts.
Number two, your gangster rappers.
Facts.
We'll say my boy Gucci and T.I., Ice Cube, some of the other ones, they got security around them.
Not only that, they they businessman first.
Businessman
Like,
first.
I have never met a person who said, "Oh, I went and robbed the bank because I seen Robert De Niro playing Heat." I never once a person back in the 80s. I wasn't born yet. I'm pretty. Somebody probably started selling crack because they seen Scarface. Probably did. But like, I just hate how people hold rappers to a standard that they don't hold actors to. Like, because at the same time, it's the same job. It's just a different. It's just a different playing field. You feel what I'm saying? So I hate how people hold rappers to a job. Like, oh, you ain't. Oh, you pollute the youth mind when you rap about this, or like Scarface said, against the nipple, Tupac never gave a gun to me, or like Jay-Z said, Scarface the movie did more than Scarface the rapper to me. So like, don't hold me to a standard where that you're not gonna hold a Tom Cruise to, or Al Pacino to, or Mark Wahlberg to, because they doing the same thing, it's just on TV. You feel what I'm saying?
What's the guy's name? Iron Man.
Iron Man, what's my
the first one, all of them, really.
Oh, you talking about the guy who played
Robert
Iron
Downey
Man?
Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Facts.
They made him into a king afterwards.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. But it's like they
when he got off on drugs and went to prison, went to jail and all that. After that, they made him to a straight king.
Nah, because that's everybody loves a struggle story and triumph at the end.
Of course.
Like, say for instance, like just say how Robert Downey Jr. was on drugs and then got right, and it's triumph.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, if Whitney Houston would have fell short, then bounced back, she would have been.
Yeah.
If Bobby Brown would have did what he did, then bounced back, it would have been. But due to the fact the cards played out the way they did, it didn't play out the way it did. So, and this matter too, cuz.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, this definitely matters. Like, you feel me?
My next question to you is, what mistakes did you make that you regret, that you learned from, and that you're using now to push forward?
I don't regret nothing.
All right, come on.
First, I don't regret nothing.
All right, come on.
Like, cause if I ain't do it, I wouldn't be me. Now, I done learned from them all. I done learned from.
All right.
I done learned from just sitting in your barber chair, we just talking. I done learned, so it's like, I would be here all night if I just go through my mental Rolodex trying to figure out, like, man, I learned from that, I learned from that. But I say this, I don't regret that. And and that's because I'm free and I'm alive. Now, if I was in prison cell still for a gazillion years, of course, I regret I pulled that trigger and shot that dude. I regret. But right now, I'm free and I'm alive. So I don't regret nothing. You feel me? But I have learned from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. So, you know, like, I don't regret nothing. Like, my life, as a kid, I knew my life was going to do what it's doing. You know, I mean, it could be better, but it definitely could also be worse. So as a kid, I knew my life was going to do what my life doing. With the positives and the negatives, I knew my life was going to do what it was doing. You feel?
If you had to change something, what would you change?
Like I said, I want to change nothing, cause I love me. I love my life. Like, sometimes I fall short in a lot of ways. I fall short, sometimes I go overboard, indulging in certain vices that I got. Okay. You know, I wish sometimes.
We all do.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure that each person wish that they could have a little more self-control from that type of point. But I'm not no person who like kick myself in the butt because of that. So it's like, I love me. It's some guys out there who probably be looking at me like he got a perfect life, not knowing what I go through behind closed doors, not knowing. I just make it look good. So I want to change nothing, cause to be honest,
you don't get a lot of rest.
I don't do no rest. I don't do no rest. Like, for what? Like, I'm trying to get my people out. Like, I'm trying to, man. I'm motivating the streets right here. Like, you feel me? I motivate the streets, man. Like, that's my job, to motivate the streets, to let my little young people know that, man, we can pull it.
Man, to see all the support that you're getting and always have had, and just to look at, you know how I watch you evolve and keep growing, and where I know you're about to go.
Facts.
Man, it's just amazing to me.
Facts.
You know, and
Hold on. Okay. When you said something I regret, this one thing I regret.
Okay, let's go.
This one thing I regret. I wish I would have went to college. Okay. That's one thing. And I ain't talking about Lawson. I ain't talking about.
Somebody put on Facebook
I ain't got nothing against Miles.
Something about that.
Miles is a big school, but I wish I would have went to university.
Yeah.
Because
let me say something. Shout out to Miles College.
yeah, big shout out.
Bobby Knight, that's
big
my
shout out
cousin.
Miles
She's the president.
I used to go play basketball at Miles College when I used to live in Fairfield.
Yeah.
Shout out Fairfield. Madagascar Project, Myra Massey Boulevard with training.
That's
But
right.
I wish I went to college because when I got in prison so late in age, I could already got in college as far as being around different cultures, being around people from other places. I wish I would have went to college. That's one regret. I wish I would have went all the way through school. I wish I would have went all the way through school.
Sometimes I wish I would have went to college, and sometimes I wish I would have went to the military. You know, well, that's just my person because
I ain't got nothing against the military.
I ain't nothing against it,
but you got to
you
be
know,
a man to go to the military.
Yeah.
You got to be a strong soldier to go to the military. You got to be a fearless person to go to the military. For me, my train of thought,
actually you don't, because they'll make all that out of you.
Yeah, I don't see nothing good that can come out of the military for me, but I appreciate all my veterans. I appreciate everybody who ever got on the front line. But for me, my mindset, I don't see nothing good that could have came out of that for me. But college, I hate I did not go to college. Like I hate I didn't give my mama that opportunity to see me walk off stage with a cap and gown, to say my son is in Ohio State University, Virginia Tech. Like, those are regrets.
That's cool.
But once you move so far past that, it's like, okay, mama love you. Mama love you.
But 2 Saturdays ago, when I was at your show,
your mama love you.
Your mama was on the side, and you was on the stage.
Mama love you.
So, you still?
Yeah, mama. I graduated still. Mama love me. But you know, it's just. But that happiness come out to so much pain though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that happiness come out to so much turmoil and pain to the point you be like, damn, okay, now you smiling now, but you know how many nights you can cry. You feel me? You may have to cry tomorrow. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Versus, you know, it's some parents who not anything can happen to anybody. But it's some parents who sleep at night like a baby knowing their son or their daughter is out the way. You feel me? My mama and them probably, where that nigga at right now? You feel me? Because I be, you feel me? Where that nigga at right now? You feel me? So just to wake up, she ain't got to call me, or just wake up and see me post on Facebook like 26 minutes ago, it's a relief. Like, okay, that nigga straight. You feel me? But you know.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. One day I was cutting your hair about, I think a month ago. And you and another guy were talking. And y'all started talking about books that you all read.
Facts.
So I told you guys, you know, I couldn't relate because I'm not a book reader. I know a few things, but I'm not a book reader.
Yeah.
But to listen to the books that y'all was conversing on, I'm just like, man, so people don't know you well versed in books. So,
I'm versatile.
Man, name some of those books you say you read.
Mine read Atlas, The World on This Shoulder. I read Blank by Malcolm Gladwell. I read every Malcolm Gladwell book. If you never read a Malcolm Gladwell book, you sleeping on life. Like, Malcolm Gladwell is a
Malcolm Gladwell. Look that book up. Malcolm Gladwell.
No, that's the author.
Okay.
He got like a gazillion books, but all his books cold. Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the author. Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah, man, cold. I don't know if he white, black, Puerto Rico, I don't know, but he cold. But what's crazy, when I was in Halfway House, he came to UAB for a seminar, and I hate I couldn't go. So, man, the man cold.
Okay.
I read The Big Payback, but that's about the whole hip hop history. Like, that's why Chris can't beat me talking about music. Like, talking about the genre of hip hop. I beat you every time with facts about the whole history. The Big Payback, that's probably the best book I ever read from what I do. I read a lot of autobiographies. Cause when I first went to prison, I was reading a bunch of novels, a bunch of hood novels, you know, crack, you know, stuff that we into. But after that, the books get so repetitive, you be like, I don't want to read that no more. So I started reading. I used to tell guys in prison, like, if it ain't true, I don't want to read it. So I started reading a bunch of self-help books, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read a lot of what's his name? Robert L. Greene, I think that's his name. His last name Green. He also co-wrote a book with 50 Cent called The 50th Law of Power, but this the guy who wrote the 48 Laws of Power, the Art of Seduction, the Art of War, blah, 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 blah. So I read all of those. But when you read them type of books, once you read them, you be like, man, I already be doing this, unbeknownst to yourself, man. I already do this stuff, but I read all of his books. So I went on a self-help spree for a minute, but then I started realizing like trying to apply somebody else's formula ain't gonna always work for you because they not you. So, but I still got a lot of game out of it. So after that, I started reading number autobiographies. You feel me? Like autobiographies by people who I'm curious about. So I once read Muhammad Ali autobiography was great. Stevie Wonder was great. Wycliffe Johns was great. Dapper Dan was great. Best autobiography I ever read though, it was two of them. I ain't gonna even lie. And one of them is a biography, one of them is an autobiography. The best autobiography I ever read, because you know it's a difference between autobiography and biography. Okay. The best autobiography.
Stop. Tell us what's the difference.
The difference between the autobiography. I'm tripping. The best autobiography I ever read is Malcolm X. Okay. And that's the best autobiography I ever read. I finna say that Mike Tyson one, because his was awesome too. Okay. But the difference between the autobiography and the biography is, autobiography is I'm writing. Okay. I'm not verbatim writing, but I'm sitting here with a tape recorder with an author, and I'm telling you my life story. Okay. You feel me? And you write it in book form. Okay. But I done told you the whole story, so it's meaning basically I wrote it. That's an autobiography. That's an autobiography. A biography means you went and did a bunch of research about Martin Luther King and wrote a biography on Martin Luther King. If you look it up, it's probably a gazillion biographies on Martin Luther King. Okay. By Michael Brooks, one by Selena, Malcolm, you feel me? So a biography meaning a person went and just did their own research and put whatever they wanted in there. Autobiography meaning the person who the book is about had most of the input on it. Okay. So the best autobiography I ever read was Malcolm X. Because you know that Malcolm X by who wrote? Alex Haley. Alex Haley. Big facts. You know something. Alex Haley, he sat down with Alex Haley and they wrote that. Okay. You feel me? Because he already felt. He also wrote Roots too. Alex Haley also wrote Roots. Big facts. That's a whole fact. Yeah. So Alex Haley, he sat down with Alex Haley and wrote the Malcolm X biography. You feel what I'm saying? But the Michael Jordan biography was amazing too. It shed a lot of light on it. You feel me? So then from there, I went on a Malcolm Gladwell spree. Then, it just... Oh, hold on. Another spree I went on was a Donna Goins spree. I went on a Donna Goins spree. I ain't read nothing. Donna Goins? I read every Donna Goins book. Okay. Old school pimp / drug addict. He died back in the 70s. Person kicking his door. Donna Goins. Donna Goins, man. I don't know Donna Goins had the book. Man, you don't know Donna Goins? I'm just tripping because I read every Donna Goins book. Me and my mama. Because my mama was in prison too. So every Donna Goins book I read that she didn't have, I mail it to her. And every one she had that I didn't have, she'll mail it to me. So by the time I got to the end of my bed, I had y'all was enlightening each other. Yeah. Facts. Now, but we were just intrigued with history because we like. But I'm just tripping because if a person never taught you, they say, he just a rapper. But they don't know your intellectual mind and how you think and how smart you are. So that's why you say you can't judge a book or a rapper by its cover, huh? Nah, but that comes from like I was just saying, that comes from growing up what we grew up at, and people be feeling like that's not cool to read a book. But that's not cool a lot of people ride a skateboard. A lot of people don't might not feel like that you know what you know because you come from the street. Okay, well then I'm whoop them every time then. Yeah. I'm gonna whoop them every time then. Yeah. I'm gonna whoop them every time. They feel like that they can talk over my head and I ain't keeping the play. Yeah. I'm gonna whoop them every time. I'm telling you, man, like I never thought of you as just a rapper, right? Mm-hmm. Your words amazed me, right, when I first heard them. But what really got me was when you was on house arrest. Mm-hmm. I remember that. And I came to your house and saw a studio right there in your house. Facts. And that's when I first learned about ad-libs. Facts. You was making this stuff right there. Yeah, I don't write nothing. And then you was coming back with the ad-lib. I was like, that's how they do that. I'm like, I ain't writing nothing. Yeah. So I'm sitting there tripping like, man, this dude here was making his own stuff like right there. Facts. So man, it was it was real crazy to me, man. I felt so proud. So every time I get out of work, I'm coming over there, I remember that was my every night, and you in the trenches with me, like make gate 2, 3 in the morning. We drunk, we crazy, man. I was just so proud, man, just sitting there looking like, man. Right. But I'm gonna tell you what got me though. Remember that night you and your homeboys, y'all just started going around the room, y'all rapping. I said, man, that was so cool to me, man. But it's a craft. let's go back to Malcolm Gladwell. In one of his books, I think it's called Blink, if I'm not mistaken. In one of his books, he said, in order to become a genius at something or a mastermind at something, no, the exact word he used was, in order to become an expert at something, you have to practice it for 10,000 hours. Now, with that being said, hey, you think you practice barbering for 10,000 hours?
More.
Do you feel like you're an expert at barbering?
Still learning. I can say still learning.
So you don't feel like you're an expert? You don't feel like that
I can say
you can
this.
take any hairstyle that a person got and the way he say he wants you to do to it, you can't
I
at least
can
get him close to that?
I can get him past close to that.
Facts.
But I'm always learning.
I feel like, I mean, we're gonna always
An
forever
old man-
learn because
an
we got to remain coachable.
An old man said, I ain't cut my best head of hair yet.
Facts.
And I like that.
We
You
got to
know?
remain
Yeah.
coachable,
Yeah.
but I feel like you're an expert at barbering.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm an expert at rap
Yeah.
because I have practiced it for 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
Now, this song may be better than that song.
Yeah.
This verse may be better than that verse. You feel me? You probably caught me on a good day. You probably caught me on a bad day.
But somebody like it.
You probably didn't do my lineup right
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
but next week
But
you
next
gonna
week
get it
I'm
right.
like, yeah.
But you are an expert. You
Yeah.
know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like Michael Jordan may drop 1,000 points
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
It may drop 15 points tomorrow.
Yeah.
But he's still an expert
That's right.
at sports. I
That's
mean,
right.
at basketball.
That's
So
right.
when he said 10,000 hours, then he had a certain equation in there. I forgot exactly what it was because it's been a while, and I've been on the streets for a second.
Okay.
It's been a while, but it was like if you do it for 3 hours a day for 15 years, I forgot the exact numbers, but like, you feel me? So in order to be an expert, you got to do it for 10,000 hours. And once I seen out, like, yeah, that's cold. That's cold. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
Let's go.
you just, I mean, you never cease to amaze me. I love it. And I'm glad to see, man, that you're home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see, you know, like I said, the man that you have become.
Most definitely.
You know, I'm very thankful. You know,
Most
I
definitely.
know.
I appreciate you, cuz.
You know, I know that you are.
You ain't charged me for a haircut until I got out of house arrest.
Man, you know
That's
what?
major.
I
You
mean,
ain't charged me for a haircut until I got out of house arrest. That's
man,
cold.
It meant nothing to me,
You feel
man. I
me?
mean,
That's cold.
it's something that we're supposed to do, and
Most
I
definitely.
do it for anybody. You know,
Most definitely.
But man, you know, I want to know your next project, man. Like your next big project.
Mm-hmm.
How soon do you think it'll be before you start to travel, or how soon can you travel?
I can't travel until December because
Okay.
when you get out federal house arrest and go to probation, they got a 60-day window, a 2-month window where you can't leave out your district.
Okay.
My district is the Northern District, which is from Tuscaloosa on up, which is Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Huntsville, Anniston, Decatur, all that. The Central District would be Montgomery, all that. The Lower District would be, the Southern District would be Mobile, Opelika, all that. So I can't leave out my district, which is the top of Alabama. So for 60 days. So once after those 60 days, I can call my PO, hey, can I got some business to take care of in Georgia.
Yeah.